Okay, so this is my incredibly legal Wii that I've got up, and Castlevania time. So this game's pretty obscure. If you did not own a Wii, you probably do not own this game. It was a download-only title. As part of the Rebirth series that M2 did for Konami. It's fun. I like this game a lot. And oh dear, I made it bigger accidentally. So it's a classic style Castlevania that's kind of cobbled together. That's a bit odd to hear, I suppose, but hear me out. This game does not use any of the sounds, the music, or anything from the original Castlevania The Adventure. If you don't know Castlevania The Adventure, I mean, it's not a good game, so I don't blame you. Kind of a crappy game, just, you know, why not remake it, retune it for a new audience, is what I would say if it in any way resembled the original game in the slightest. It's basically a whole new game. And, you know, if you're gonna remake a game, why not remake a total piece of crap? This is a classic style game in every sense of the word. You got the cool pickups, Jesus. You got the sub-weapons, you got the magic, that kind of stuff. Holy god. So already I'm getting wailed on. I'm having a bunch of bumbling happen here. Oh, you know what? I didn't change any of my stream stuff. Give me a second here. This is extremely not Guilty Gear. This is not fighting game community. There we go. Yeah, this is Guilty Gear Strive 3.0. Arc System Works has very kindly reached out to me. They've seen all the things I've done for them over the years. So when I said this is a classic style Castlevania, I'm kind of like not talking seriously, because the movement is entirely different. Normally when you jump in Castlevania classic games, you are committed to your jump arc, but you can kind of wiggle a bit in this game until you whip, at which point you're totally committed to the jump arc while you're attacking. That has cost me lives before. Also, the whip is, like, really, really powerful in this game, because it can just hit behind you and kill stuff, if you time it right. You saw it a second ago. This game is kind of similar to Rondo of Blood, where it has multiple routes, but it's not as... It's not as, like, as involved as the multiple, like, level routes as Rondo. Please come down. But you can find keys in a level and find shortcuts. You can skip mid-bosses. This game is just very cool, I think. Anyway, I totally skipped over what I meant when I said this game is kind of bodged together. Because almost, like, 99% of the music in this game is compositions from other games. For one, there's only one song from a Game Boy Castlevania game, and it's not even the one that this is allegedly a remake of. Like, this is reincarnated Soul from Bloodlines for the Genesis, which is a great song from a great game. You might also notice a lot of sound effects are reused. This sound, that door sound there, is reused from the boat from Symphony of the Night. There are some enemy sound effects that are reused from Silent Hill 2 for some reason. This guy sucks. You can kind of just juggle him. if you're good. I've really been bungling the juggles on this guy lately. Oh, I missed the catch, you know. If this ends up being the, no death run that I'm trying to get done, you know, it'll be pretty funny. Because there's all sorts of bungling happening nice and early. But this game's cool. I think, in particular, the way the whip movement works is really cool, because it solves a lot of issues I had with earlier Castlevania games, but also keeps kinda a little bit of the jank. I guess it's not accurate to call those issues. You know, there's lots of debate in retro game community as to friction you encounter with certain games, whether or not it's essential parts of the play experience or whatnot. Hey, that's a little shortcut I just took. You can just jump on that statue, or you can break it for rewards, and I didn't break it, so I could just jump up here nice and quick. But I guess this game kind of, if you think about it, is at the heart of what kind of friction is necessary for retro games. And whether sanding off that friction is good for the overall experience, or whether you just need to knuckle down and enjoy it. I'm all for that kind of friction. I really like Metroid 2, for instance, and that is a very janky game. It's very difficult to recommend because it's so difficult to navigate. The screen is super zoomed in, but the game was built around that for a reason. You can't really make a Game Boy game too scary just because of the limitations of the hardware. So by giving you a really cramped camera and making things hard to navigate, it kind of tries its best to be a horror experience in 1991 of all times for Game Boy, and you gotta respect that. So I guess while this game is cool, and I do think it feels the best of the Classicvania style games, it is kind of a shame that a lot of the weird friction from Adventure got sanded off in making this game. Adventure is, like, just not a good game, though, so pick your poison. Jesus. Those guys had a plan. I guess Adventure does have its worth to look at, because, you know, the Game Boy was kind of a phenomenal thing to have in the 90s. It was a big hit for a very big reason. Portable console, you know? Anyway, in regard to the game itself, but it's a good game, and I like it. Even though it kind of eschews the point of the original. You judge it on its own merits, it's a splendid little game. I still have my Game Boy SP. I play Fire Emblem on it on the regular. If I need, like, a light in a hurry, you know, you can just turn that thing on and it's a powerful light. Yeah, my SP is sitting on my desk, like, 2 feet from me. Less than 2 feet from me. Oh my god, this guy is going all out of sorts. This boss is kind of neat. It's not something you really see in Castlevania a whole lot. I'm not exactly sure what his deal is. My guess is he's supposed to be, like, based off of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, which is kind of an inspired idea for a gothic-themed adventure series like Castlevania. You'll see in a second what I mean. He's gonna shrink to a little guy. Yeah, he's just a little guy. He's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I guess. You might also You probably don't, but if you've played Castlevania Judgment, you'll recognize some of the reused sound clips in this game. When I say that this game was bodged together from spare parts, I really do mean every bit of it. This level sort of thing is starting to get really tricky. And I know I mentioned earlier that there's routes that let you skip sub-bosses. I don't like to skip the sub-boss in this level. Because the route he's associated with has meat. And I find that I take hits in this level a lot, whether I want to or not. This song, New Messiah, is from Castlevania 2 for the Game Boy, Belmont's Revenge, so this is the closest you're gonna get to actual Game Boy Castlevania music in this game. And for what it's worth, there are a lot of ideas here from the Game Boy games, like these spike pillar platforms. Oh yeah, that's there. Yeah, just secret walls that give you cool things. You'll see more on that later. But yeah, this game, those skeletons on the ropes also kind of come from Castlevania the Adventure. You climb ropes in those games rather than climb stairs. Yeah, there's the Silent Hill enemy noise when those bone pillars die. I'm gonna wait here. And my whip's powerful, so it can just hit behind me. I gotta wait another cycle, because that was slow. So yeah, this is just a hidden route here. You can use it to skip the mini-boss if you want. Like I said earlier, I don't particularly like skipping the mini-boss in this level. Parts. Because incremental, incidental damage like that can happen. I'm greedy, so I'm just gonna run. Ah, that bird. So yeah, if you could... Yeah, this game was clearly made on a budget, and it does a lot of weird stuff for its effects, but I do think it is a looker in its own way. Oh my gosh. I don't think this boss is very difficult, but it can be, like, tricky. Oh, it's dead. I wasn't even paying attention to its health. Come on, man, I need that. I'm kind of going out of my way to grab hearts here, because the boss at this level can be really frustrating if you don't have a lot of hearts. Especially if you don't have the axe. I don't know why, but I always just break that platform rather than just go. And I'm keeping it slow here, rather than trying to rush through. So the trick is... go that way. I got really confused at one point and tried sticking to the rightmost platform. And I got hung up for a bunch. So this boss is really cool. It's a common enemy in later Castlevania games that just suddenly got a promotion to a boss for some reason. It pops up in that stained glass room in Symphony of the Night. It's in, I think, Portrait of Ruin. And yeah, you don't have an axe. It's kind of miserable to fight this guy. Heck yeah. If you have an axe, it's whatever. Just kill it. I do like that there's a bunch of reused enemy ideas, but they all have different assets, if that makes sense. Like, that guy with the spear is very clearly based off these enemies that don't have shields and are very quick and limber kind of fellows in other games. And in this game, they're big, chunky knights. It's a cool kind of reimagining. Also, the skeletons just animate differently than a lot of the skeletons you would see in other games. I like the extra effort put in, you know? These fiendish chandeliers as well can be used to your advantage. I always try to juke that one to crush that bone dragon, but it never works out. This one does not fall unless you attack it, so I won't. I also really like the addition of the stained glass stuff here. The classic gothic ambience that Castlevania is known for. I guess a bit less in the classic series. It's more... There is a lot of, like, I don't want to say it's overtly, like, Conan the Barbarian influence, but you can see some influences, Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of thing. One thing this game really loves to do, you might see it in a second here, is to spawn Medusa heads on the side of the screen you are closest to. So you kind of have to juke a lot. That's fine. If you play a lot of Castlevania, you've probably got some decent juking skills. This is a weird funhouse level. You'll see what I mean in a second here. The shortcut in this level actually takes 2 keys to do. So there's a door here, I'll get that. Watch out for this fiendish chandelier. And this kind of Lost Woods maze room here leads to headaches if you don't know what's going on. So you might think you need to go back now that you've got the second key, but no, you need to just keep heading in the direction you were heading a second ago before turning around, and now you're back at the room where you need to use the key. Thanks. So this is the hardest room in the level. It may not look like much. This section right here costs me so many attempts. Because of that lizard man. So it may have just looked really easy, but no, it's a big pain. in the long term, especially if you're low on health. That can just drain it from you, and you're gonna have a bad time in these next couple rooms, especially with the boss. And you gotta be careful of these rats. These spiders, less so. You can kind of just run past them if you're careful. But the webs that stick around. And the rats! Phew. I didn't know killing their, the spiders made the webs go away, but, glad in case I bungle this run. The big thing here, you need that cross. So I'm gonna get that cross. And why I'm so specific about the cross and health is this guy is a bit unpredictable. He will punch down, punch far away, and then put his hand down, and then you jump over and hit him. And he can strike straight down, or he can punch far to the left. In any order, it's difficult to predict. He punched left over there this time. And like I said, difficult to predict, so you can just lose a bunch of health and get drained real fast, but I've taken a lot of precautions this time, so it should turn out just dandy. See, he mixed me. Oh man. This should be fine, but there is one last jape he has in store. I'll show it to you, probably. It'll probably come up, rather. If you're on his hand, when he dies, you take a hit, and I have lost an attempt to that, and it's very frustrating. Hey, one up. If you're on his, like, actual stomach hitting his chest, he won't drop you for damage. Okay, this is probably the toughest level, and it's got my favorite music in the game, so I'll just chill for a little bit while you listen to it. Shucks, I hit the thing, now I gotta go all the way over here. Or not. So, part of what makes this level really tricky is there's a lot going on, and it's very difficult to get your hands on healing. Come on, man. That hit alone is going to have major repercussions. So that gap got me last time. I was whipping and fell into it because I couldn't change my trajectory. Now we get into the clock tower proper. Oh my god. Kinda half health already, I hate it. Please face him! I'm out. Yeah, just chill, you know. But I can't do that. Brother. Alright. Any meat? No. So, this is gonna be tricky. Basically, I can't get hit at all at this point. I do think this is like a super cool boss, like, character design for the Frankenstein monster. It's not something you see a whole lot, this kind of almost monk-like robe. Very simple boss design, kinda tricky, I like it a lot. I'm running out of space. Lord! Alright. That's what I want. The cross has served its purpose, and now I want the axe forever. I'm not kidding when I say I want the axe forever now. I'm gonna try my hardest to hold on to the axe for the entire rest of the game. Whew. I'm starting to perspire. I don't want to hang out with that guy, so I'm just gonna... That's fine. Yeah, this level is intense. I've not lost any health since last I took damage, and I'm fine with that. So now I just need to avoid these spike platforms, and I've got a fun little bonus room coming up. It's not going to help in the long run, but it is a fun little bonus room. Oh, what a last-minute addition to this room, I'd forgotten. So here's why this is a fun bonus room. Oh my god, I got hit! Yeah, this is... It's dire at the moment. No. Don't mind that, like, one of the hardest rooms in the game is coming up now. It's not over yet. I hear a peeping eye, so I'm just gonna be cool. I know where the meat in this level is. So I'm just gonna hold out till I get it. Oh god! And the whip saves the day again because it's so powerful. I'm gonna bump into that thing. This is not even the most treacherous part of this level. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna get hit! I'm gonna wait till this golem... Oh my gosh, look at the time! I'm almost out of time! I should have enough, but it's gonna be tricky. There's a bird, too. Damn it. You know, is what it is. I think I'm just gonna run with it. I'm gonna go back and try a no-death run of this at some point. I really want it. I was so close. Just little bungles here and there. Excuse you. I'll get a 1cc run, at the very least. I don't know what I was on. When I played this a lot more, when, like, maybe between 5 and 10 years ago, I was able to get no-death runs pretty casually. So I'm a bit disappointed that it's been so difficult for me. Oh, man. Ah! Whatever, I'm out. You know. Maybe just going for it is the secret. I mean... I've got the biggest grin on my face right now. Gosh, I don't have the good whip. Just a smile that does not extend to my eyes. So much stuff on screen right now. See, look how hard that wasn't. There's the meat. Yep. Just needed to make it to the end of that room. Death is kind of a pushover in this game. I see. That's what happens when you have just an absurdly good whip, you know? This attack is very cool. I think that attack is very cool. I know this game, I said earlier, this game reuses a lot of voice clips from Judgment, which it does for Death. And I do appreciate that it carries on the tradition of Death kind of having an absolutely inexplicable voice. Alright. Now I'm trying to remember which one it is. Yeah! So this is why a 1 credit clear for this game is not really difficult, all told, because you can just get 1-ups that way. Anyway, you want the axe for this game. For this level. I mean, you could say you want the axe for this game and it's still applicable, but, you know.
As ever, the ally of worthless humans.
So, Dracula, he's doing Dracula things. That's gonna get me. You want to stand a pretty healthy distance away so you can jump up, hit him, crouch, hit the fireball, jump up, hit him again. I'm not jumping. Not jumping again. There we go. This is a frankly inexplicable incarnation of Dracula. It's kind of just a weird, ugly version of the Bat Monster we're used to seeing. I kind of dig it. But it does just look kind of off. Like a lot more feral. I shouldn't be using these hearts. I'm being silly. This is the coolest Dracula ever. This one. He's still doing the Jaguar noises. which I think is really funny. Fuck. Oh my gosh, it's over. Ah. I'm really fumbling. I didn't jump there. You know, I've actually never really bothered to try farming the 1-ups here, so if it doesn't respawn, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, yeah, I guess I was mistaken. I was thinking of, I must have been thinking of Bloodstained. The, demake Bloodstain lets you farm 1-ups like that just before the final boss, and it makes it a bit anticlimactic. So, I just gotta get better at doing my jumps and whatnot.
As ever, the ally of worthless humans.
What's this been? Just under 2 hours of streaming? I'll probably hang it up after I beat this. Just keep it safe. The jump. There we go. Jesus. He was really calling the shot with that one. There's occupying space, and then there's just shooting as far as possible. Jesus! I've never seen that before. Megalomania from the Exec series over here. Alright. So, no death clear, unfortunately, but that's a 1 credit clear if I've ever seen it. Kinda wish I'd been recording this so I didn't have to trim things down. But yeah, so this is I'll put this on a Twitch VOD, and it'll go over to my profile, and I'll work on a no-death run in the future. And who knows, maybe I'll even stream it. I'm gonna do Haunted Castle next after this. Not streamed, but on my own time. And I'm gonna work on the Classic Collection proper. So Castlevania... Probably not Castlevania 3, but maybe. It's a difficult game. 1 credit clear would be enough for me. A 1 credit clear of Castlevania 4 would be enough for me as well. I really just want to focus on getting no death clears of this and Haunted Castle revisited. And I want to play Haunted Castle proper, because I kind of don't talk a whole lot about it in positive ways, so I kind of owe it to go back through it, now that I've got it at my disposal with the Dominus collection. So I'll put this on a VOD or something, and put this on my YouTube, and I'll send it over to my profile. And I'll see you when I see you. I'll see. I got someone I can raid after this, probably. You know, I'll raid 2 Jellyish, because I was playing in her bracket. So I'll see you when I see you. If you are available, come through for Weep Up Cup on a Tuesday. And I'll send you on your way in just a minute. Raid. Alright, gamers, get on over to these lovely gamers. I will see y'all when I see y'all. Take care.